Hey guys, how's it going? Wanted to bring up a conversation that I posed on Twitter the other day. The poll was, should Eagles re-sign Brandon Graham to a contract extension? He's going into his last year of his contract with the Eagles. He was a first-round pick, but he's going to be 31 next offseason. The guy is an absolute dominant pass rusher in this league, and I don't think it's realistic, much like with the Nick Foles situation, that we'd be able to afford him. Realistically, I think that we should focus on the younger talent that's going to be a free agents next year. Jordan Hicks, although he has his injury history, would probably take a team-friendly deal in order to stay with the team. He has a lot of strong relationships within the roster that I think that would be a wise decision. He could be a stud linebacker in this league if only he could stay on the field. So I think that realistically the team will try to make it work with him. I also think that Nelson Aguilar has great potential in the Eagles offense and Peterson's offense, and will thrive in his fifth-year option when the Eagles decide to extend him for that. And then there's guys like Ajayi and Darby who are going to be up. We invested draft picks in trades for those guys, and they need to be considered as far as our long-term plans, whether we're going to re-sign them or whether we're going to let them also walk in free agency as well. Brandon Graham's going to be a lot of money, and that's where my argument basically lies. He's been so dominant the last few years of his career, and there's no arguing that even though he's going to be older, a team is going to want to have his veteran presence on their team. And although that I love it to be the Eagles, we don't have the cap space to really keep him, to hold him, and make sure that he doesn't hit free agency. So once he hits free agency, the bidding war is going to happen, and unfortunately, I think it's the Eagles' last year having him on the team. He'll always be an Eagle legend in most of our mind because of that strip sack on Brady in the Super Bowl. So lots of great memories. I'm definitely not biased against the player. I think he's a great person, and I think that he has done so much for this team and brought that Super Bowl home with the rest of his teammates. But it's a hard business, and I think the front office has tried to make it work as far as re-signing him. It just hasn't gotten done, which further indicates to me that this might just be the last year that we have Brandon Graham on the roster.